Okay, so we had a couple people at the KFC who I'm pretty sure were messing with me. There was an incident. There was an incident at this KFC right here, and it was a major incident. So I wanted to tell you guys what happened. I want to tell you guys what happened. I have a video of it, but I'm not going to show it because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Like, I'm not sure if I'm going to just use it for my channel or whether I'm going to take action against the person who did it, who did what they did. So a woman who parks up here, who was a gang stalker, she parks in this parking lot. She puts on this big show and, to get my attention. She's in her car doing drugs, and then she gets out of her car. She tries to pick a fight with me, and it was just like this, mixed threats, all this craziness, right? So she did that. At the time when I was, dealing with her at that time, she was claiming that she was an employee here. And then basically she leaves, and I contact the corporate, KFC corporate. So they say that person did not work at this KFC, did not work there. And they had no idea who this person was. They were saying that this person pulled up and the manager was there. The manager was in the store, but this person pulls up and they were suspicious, but they decided not to do anything about it. Like, they decided not to take action. So I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to take that. Like, I don't know if they're telling the truth, because it's hard to know. But what I will tell you is that what do these people generally would do, these corporations, what they will do, the ones that are involved, is they get people from like the outside. Like, they get like the manager of this KFC. She will get some person, some drug dealer that she knows, to come out here and pay that person to do her dirty work. Now, that person will claim to be an employee, and you won't know whether the person is an employee or not, and they count on that. So basically, if you don't know if that person is employed, then they can't be sued, because they'll say that person didn't work there, therefore they're not liable for any of their actions. So the idea is that they can give that person the illusion of an employee and the authority of an employee without the person actually being an employee. Like, let's assume that you capture something that they did that was illegal and you try to sue them. Well, they're not liable, because they'll say that person didn't work there. But they can still pretend to work there, and you wouldn't know that whether they work there or not. Therefore, you get the same effect. So when the people here were closing, when this KFC was closing, that was exactly when this person, did what they did, like right at closing. And I have a hard time believing that they didn't know who that person was. Like, a strange person pulls up into the parking lot, and then one thing leads to another, whatever. Okay, that was part of the plan. So here's what I want. This is what I think you guys have to do. This is the solution. I think this is a good solution. I've heard everything you guys had to say, and I respect it. I've been trying to come up with solutions that I think will give us a really strong chance of beating this. So an idea I came up with is a private investigator. Now, the problem with this is that most TIs are financially strapped. We're kept financially strapped so that we can't really fight back. But if we could raise money, we should hire private investigators to go after to stalk the gang stalkers. Okay, what I want you guys to do is try to come up with a way that we can raise money and have like private investigators stalk the stalkers. Now, we shouldn't stalk the stalkers ourselves, because it's illegal what they're doing. So we would become the criminals if we started doing what they're doing. But what we can do is we can hire private investigators to stalk them. So let's assume that you see, like, if a business, like say this business, like KFC, knew the person who harassed me, a private investigator can make that connection. And at least it'll allow us to file suits against these corporations who do this. Not only that, but think about it, if we can hire enough of them, we can figure out what the hell the gang stalkers are doing. Okay, we have to get people to work for us. And the only way to do that is to financially back it up. Okay, what I want, the solution, I'm not saying it's going to solve all our problems, but we got to hire private investigators to stalk the gang stalkers. We have to have people following them around and gathering evidence against them. Okay, if you have a private investigator, if you see a gang stalker, if you have a private investigator, you can tell the investigator to identify the gang stalkers and to investigate them. Okay, like, we gotta have people who can work for us. Like, if these people are up to something, the private investigator could follow them around, gather evidence, and then we can start bringing charges against these people, whatever they're into. Whatever they're into, you could bet your ass whatever they're into is illegal. They might be doing some serious time, okay, if we have an investigator. I'm going to tell you something. You guys, I understand these people have hindered you from making money, and that's going to stop you from doing this. But I want to help you guys. And I'm going to try to come up with ideas that can literally save us all. Private investigators. We hire private investigators to go after the stalkers and watch them. Everything they do. If they do anything wrong, we will nail them to the wall, okay? That's going to ruin their entire lives, because then they have to walk on eggshells, okay? They will know what it's like to be stalked, and it won't be illegal, okay? I think that we can, not only that, but then we could, like, if these companies, these corporations, like these places we go, if they're involved, the private investigator could make the connection. We could file lawsuits against these people, sue them for millions of dollars. Like this KFC, if I were to prove that these people were sent that woman to do that, I might be able to sue them for God knows how much money, but I can't because I don't have evidence of it. I have to have a private investigator. You can't trust lawyers. I think that's a good idea. Private investigators, you don't have to have a solid case in order for them to do your investigating. Lawyers, you know, they're going to look at this like, well, you know, how much money is it, whatever. A private investigator's sole purpose is just to gather information on a person. You hire them and you say, look, this is what I'm dealing with. Whether they believe it or not, who cares? They're going to do their job. Okay, it's a job. So that was my 2 cents. I want you guys to give that some thought. I don't have enough money to pay a private investigator. If I did, I might have somebody, you know, have a private investigator with me at all times. And if I see something suspicious, I'll just tell them to go follow that person and figure out what he's doing. How hard would it be with this many people? I mean, you know, one day he investigates this person. I don't know. He could follow leads. I think it's his job to, you know, he could go wherever you want him to go. Like I said, you get like a really high paid one. Every stalker, we get like the people who are being stalked the most. We all pull in, have a private investigator investigate it. I think that's a solid idea. I mean, you know, that person will work for you, he'll answer for you. You could probably find one pretty easily. And if you don't like them, you fire them, find somebody else. But I think we have to come up with common sense solutions to this issue. Common sense solutions. Like, the solution has to be solid. Like, we can't really come at this with stuff that just isn't going to really produce any results. We need results here. Okay, and I think that is a good way of dealing with the situation, in my opinion. Having someone who looks at these people and scrutinizes what they do, if nothing else, will probably be a pain in their ass. Okay, I don't think that, you know, they're not going to like that, because most likely they're into a lot of illegal shit. Okay, they're probably in all sorts of illegal shit. Last thing they need is somebody snooping around, you know. Anyhow, like I said, the best way to handle the gang stalkers is to have them stalked. If these people are into criminal shit, I don't think they're gonna like the idea of somebody watching them and doing an investigation on them. Okay, even the cops. Technically, you might, if you think that the cops are dirty, technically you might even be able to have a private investigator watch them too. As I said, a private investigator works exactly like law enforcement, except he's just not law enforcement. He gathers information that could be used against these people at some point. So whether that'll fix everything or not, I don't know. I think that it's an idea that you guys should be taking into consideration, okay? And like I said, I told you people I'm going to try to come up with ideas that I think will, help all of us, and I meant it. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts, maybe you don't think it's a good idea. I don't know how you feel about this idea, but yeah, just give me your feedback in the comment section. I'll read it, and maybe we can talk about it. So yeah, just think about that and let me know what you guys think.